Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing today? My name is Crispina French, and I am a lifelong creative textile recycling artist. And let's see, what am I? I'm a textile recycling artist. I screen print as well, and I also am looking for the camera on this device because it seems like I think it's over here. Let's see. There it is. Okay. So I am a creative textile recycling artist, and I'm a environmental activist and a racial justice activist, and I'm also an empowerment coach. And this is my third day in my, this is my 10th day. Sorry, you guys. This is my 10th day in a little mini series, a 30-day mini series all about textile recycling and the work that I do. I've gone over a bunch of the tools that I use and just kind of talked about the whole process. And today someone asked if I would show the machinery that I use. So I'm going to try that today. This is being recorded on my phone. So I'm going to just walk through my studio, and I was imagining, I can turn the camera around. So if you look behind me, this is, I'm going to turn around. So this is the kind of view that you guys have been getting for the last 10 or 9 days in the the Facebook live streams. So right now I'm looking out a window. So I'm going to turn around so you guys can see what my workspace looks like. So there's my desk over there behind me. And then this is the window behind me now that is what I normally face into so that I get that nice light and you guys can see my shining face on my little videos. It's really funny. One of the things I've learned in the last couple months with all the Zoom calls I've been doing is that it's kind of important. Lighting is super important because oftentimes I'm in a Zoom call and I look at all those little like Hollywood squares of the people, and a lot of people, you can't really see them that well. And it's kind of nice when you're chatting with someone to be able to see their face. So if you have an east-facing window and you're on a Zoom call, that's my recommendation. I've tried a bunch of lights and different things, and none of them seem to work as well as just natural light in an east-facing window. Okay, so this room in my studio is kind of two rooms. So behind me is a chimney, and then there's a large white backdrop, which is actually the back of my photo backdrop. So on the other half of this room is this kind of open space. I'm just going to walk around so you can kind of see it. And now you can see the photo backdrop from the front side. So this is where I shoot all the images of the, still images of my work and the process that we use. And actually, I don't shoot all of those images. I have some professional help with that. My friend Jocelyn Steiner from well, she actually lives right in Beckett, and oddly enough, my sister used to babysit for her. Edith and Lily is the name of her photography business, and she's quite awesome. So check her out. Okay, now so do you see all the wood in here? Let's see if I go back over this way, you'll see it. So this house where my studio is located was my husband's childhood summer cabin where he and his family spent all their summers, and his dad's family before him spent their summers. So it's a kind of a little bit of there's the office and photography room behind me, and I'm walking through this kind of tiny little doorway. Can you see how short it is? Because it's shorter than me. And then down this big step and into a much newer room which my husband built post and beam with the Heartwood School, 20 years ago now. And this was actually our bedroom for a while, and then we moved down the road. But this is my sewing studio. So I'm going to show you my machinery, which was kind of the topic of the question. So right here behind me is I'm going to see if I can turn the camera around. Hold on one second here. Okay. Oops. Do that again. Okay, so this is a beautiful sewing machine. This sewing machine was built in 1929, and it does a beautiful cover stitch. So I can't really show you that right now because I'm holding the phone. And I also want to just remind everybody that maybe hasn't been around, or let you know for the first time, that I just moved my studio like last week. So everything's in a bit of a jumble. So if you see stuff laying around all over the place, it's because it hasn't really been organized yet. And I just want to see, I'm just going to say, I'm going to pop my website in there, because if I put a comment in, then I can see your comments if you're running into any questions as we go today. So there's my website. There it is. Oh, hi, Penny. Oh, I hope the video didn't end. Are you still there? It looks like there's people still attending. Hi, Margaret. Brahani. Hello, sweetheart. Let's see. I'm going to try turning the video back around. Okay, here I am. So, behind me there's a closet with a whole bunch of sweaters I've been working on for fall and winter. That's where I store them. I have a couple of, there's a nice denim shirt I'm going to jazz up. Can somebody let me know if you're able, Carolyn, you're there. How are you, honey? Are you, you must be able to hear me and see me. Anyway, I'm going to keep moving here. So hopefully you guys can see me. Get a kind of gist of the studio here. Okay, I'm going to flip the, okay, behind me, and I'm sorry, it's quite unorganized, but this is going to be like the before tour, and then we're going to do another after tour once I get all settled. So anybody who's been around for a little bit has heard about the Stitch Along blanket, which is right here on my finishing table. And maybe you can get a little view. Let's see if I can get that in there. I'm going to flip the phone around again so you can see what is going on around here. So this is the blanket. This is my ironing table, which is my finishing table. And I just got the velvet yesterday late in the afternoon. So that beautiful, yummy kind of paprika colored velvet is going to trim the edge of the, it's going to trim the edge of the Stitch Along blanket. So that'll be ready to go. We're going to get that posted. I'm hoping we can get that posted over the weekend and have it up online for auction. So okay, we're walking into my studio. So this is my sewing room. There's my light that I was talking about earlier. And then over here, there's a bunch of raw material storage in tubs that you can see. My file cabinet that needs to go downstairs. And then over here, I have these two big, beautiful skylights in my studio, and it's hard. The ceiling is sloped, so it's kind of hard. When I used to do my Zoom calls in here, and it was really hard for me to get enough light to kind of offset the light coming in from the skylights. So if you look through the doorway in the middle, there is the room that we just came from. Okay, so then my sort of workhorse sewing machine that I use for all of the blanket construction and all the zigzagging is this machine right here. It's a Consew Industrial, and underneath there's a big motor, my on-off button. And this machine is a super duper heavy duty zigzag machine. So you can see this is the dial that sets the width of the zigzag stitch. This is the dial that sets the stitch size. I have my light here, which is kind of super important when you're working really close like that. And this machine is called a Consew 199RB-1A, and it's made in Japan. It's a really good quality machine. I've had it for, I think I got it in 2003, so it's nearly 20 years old, 17 years old. It really doesn't take much as long as you maintain it. I keep it nice and clean, and I am able to, oil it every couple days when I'm using it a bunch. So you can see that this is the width of the zigzag stitch that I can get, which is quite wide. Cool. So that's it. And then over there is my ironing table, which is a total disaster. I'm a little embarrassed, to be honest, to show you how things are kind of just strewn about at the moment. But you guys were asking, so I wanted to answer. Um, so I'm going to flip this little video back around. Hi there, it's me again. I use these tabs behind me that you can see for all my cut components that go into my blanket. So there's like multicolored hearts in here, gray hearts, like purple hearts, like there's a whole, and then some of them are little 3-inch squares. Those get used for the pixelated heart blankets that I make. So it looks like you guys are having a little bit of trouble with the connectivity today, and I'm so sorry. It's such a drag. I wish that I could I have the highest quality, most up-to-date service available to me on my little dirt road, off a dirt road in western Massachusetts. So there's not much I can do other than to just hope that you'll be patient with me. And I can the thing that I can do is I could do my lives from the town hall parking lot where they have 5G. And I think that would be, maybe I will. What the heck? We'll do that one day just so you can see how it is. And you can let me know what your experience is like, and as my daughter would say, if the cost benefit analysis works out in our favor, we'll just go ahead and do it. So yeah. So anyways, you can see my printer back there. So like all my office stuff is kind of stored behind me, and I do have my desk in the other room, which is where I do most of my paperwork and that stuff. So does anybody have any questions? I see that the connectivity is an issue, and I'm sorry about that. And Carolyn, thanks for typing in all those nice comments and keeping people informed while I am one-handing it over here on my phone today. So downstairs in this lovely little hideaway, we have the screen print shop for the Dolphin Studio, and maybe I'll get them to do a little video tour for their workshop on the Dolphin Studio Facebook page, which you guys should all follow. I'm going to put that in the comments right now, and it probably looks super funny because I'm tapping my screen. So oops. The Dolphin Studio is it's a screen printing business that my mom and dad founded in 1970. My mom and dad were quite amazing artists in their own right, Prim and John French, and they started a screen printing business back in 1970. They made calendars for their friends, and it turned into a business. We now make over 2,000 calendars a year, screen printed by hand. So if you want to check that out, go to the Dolphin Studio you can find them on Facebook, and you can also find them on the internet. It's just www.thedolphinstudio.com. But in the meantime, if you're interested in continuing on the recycled textile bandwagon, and you want to learn more about some upcoming projects I have that are collaborative and super fun for a whole bunch of people, hop on my email list. It's over at crispina.com, so it's www.crispina.com, and I send out weekly emails that are, I'm hoping, not annoying. I'm hoping they're fun and engaging and uplifting. And then I have a couple projects coming up. I have the stitch-along blanket that we were just talking about a minute ago is going to go on auction, and the benefits of that sale, the profits from that sale will go to benefit our local domestic violence shelter in Pittsfield, Massachusetts, called the Elizabeth Freeman House. So in order to, that auction will be live, and I'm hoping, my fingers are crossed over here, that I can figure out how to embed an eBay auction in my website, so you can just come right to my website, check it out. You don't have to get lost in the maze of eBay. And I'm hoping we can raise a big lot of money for these people who just need us right now more than ever. In the United States, the uptick in domestic violence has been like putting people, well, the shelter has never been busier, and I am just really committed to helping them as I can. So after this stitch along is complete, I'm really looking forward to beginning another stitch along and actually surveying you, my followers and fans and listeners, to suggest organizations that support those with suffering and survivors of domestic violence, so we can support other, in different locales, other organizations that are doing good work in that area. So join my mailing list, and you'll be the first about all of that stuff. And come back again tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll be here for 20 more days. It's a 30-day stretch. And if you have suggestions, ideas, or questions that you'd like me to touch upon in future episodes, I guess, just let me know. Leave a comment, and I'll get to as many of them as time allows. So thanks so much for being here today, and have a really